Hey everybody, it's Liam Lander here with the Small Crescent Lines giving you my review of the May 16th episode of NXT, and I'll tell you if it was worth it. So this night started off strong with a promo between Tommaso Ciampa and Candice LeRae, continuing that really great Gargano-Ciampa feud. Yeah, they really have back and forth where Candice is saying, how much he's changed and that she doesn't recognize him, and Ciampa just taking digs at Gargano. So it's a really great promo to continue a really great feud. So I thought it was really worth it. After that, though, it starts slowing down. We had a match between Lacey Evans and Brandy Lauren. And this was, a very quick squash match. And really the only thing of note to it, because of how one sided was that after Lacey wins the match, um, Kairi Sane comes down and attacks her. Gets a little bit of offense in, but then Lacey Evans quickly runs away. So it's just continuation of that feud, and really nothing is too worth it about it. The match itself, wasn't much, just squash match, and then even the beatdown wasn't that extreme. Kind of, enjoyed watching it when I did, but I wouldn't tell anyone to really worry about seeing it. So I didn't really think it was worth it because of that. Anyways, after that, we had uh, we had a match between the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. Um, I will definitely say I think NXT needs to kind of cool down a bit. I think they've been going with these feuds where it's one week the feud starts, next week you have your match, and I think they probably need to slow that down a bit. Now I should say that no one ends up winning this, which is kind of a bust, but I don't know. I don't think they needed to have their match right here, right now. This week they could have taken that out, replaced it with something else, or just not have it and made some of the other matches longer. But it it was a really good match, really phenomenal at the beginning, but like I said, it doesn't really end with anyone winning because as soon as it starts, or at least it feels as soon as it starts, Lars Sullivan comes in, rushing in and attacking both of them, making a no contest and setting up for down probably next week a 2-on-1 handicap match with Lars Sullivan versus the two of them. So it was really, really solid when they were actually fighting each other. But like I said, it was really short. I think they only had, one sequence, one character moment, or I think maybe two character moments, some chain grappling to start off, and when it was going down, it felt really fantastic. It looked really good. It reminded me a lot of Dream versus Aleister Black, but when it ended so quickly, I can't say that it was worth it. Now, if this was a real, legitimate match, I had the time to go, definitely would have been, because you could see it already how good they work together. But it just didn't get that time, so I had to say it's not worth it. Hopefully, by Takeover Chicago, they they get that match together. So I've actually heard that on the live event circuit for NXT, they're actually having a match together. I don't know if that's ending with an actual winner or not, but it's something that they actually do to practice. But they also do with live events on the main roster too. I've seen them when I went to live events, seen matches, and then at the next takeover, you see that exact same match because they're kind of practicing it. So that's what they probably do. They're practicing for Takeover Chicago, so I'm really hyped to see that match. Should be awesome. But right now, not as much. So after that, we had a another match from Kona Reeves. We saw him I think it was last week, maybe the week before. But Kona Reeves versus Raul Mendoza, who we also face, who we also seen face EC3. just last week. And this was an okay match. It was a squash match, but unlike a lot of the other squash matches Raul has been a part of, it was far more one-sided. Well, up to a point. I mean, I will say that Kona, did show some cool things. I think he had a nice reverse elbow off the second rope, which was kind of cool when he brought into Cobra Clutch, and he did play off the good heel role on the match that he got the crowd really behind Raul. So when Raul did have a few moments of actual competitiveness and fighting, it actually the crowd was pretty behind it at that point. They were chanting for him when he was locked on the Cobra Clutch. So they kind of liked when he got his chance, but it was only for a really quick bit. So for a squash match, it's not like the EC3 Raul Mendoza match from last week or the week before. But I mean, I guess it's not terrible. It's showing kind of the foundations. I'm still kind of waiting on Kona Reeves. Right now, I'm not really feeling it. There's something with his character's not clicking that much. Maybe he kind of needs to change, because I don't know. Because personally, I don't even feel like he fits the idea of the finest, which is his gimmick right now. Who knows, though? There's been a lot of guys who kind of started off in NXT that didn't really impress that much. Almas is definitely one of those, and then he became champion. So let's see where he goes. But I don't know. I think they're gonna need to change him up a bit. Anyways, after that we go to our main event, which is the Undisputed Era versus the team of Danny Burch, Lonnie Orkin, and Pete Dunne. And this was a phenomenal match. Like, if you've seen any of these guys individually, or in other matches or together, it's going to be really great. These are some of my favorite people in all of NXT, all in a 6-man tag match, and it was great. You had ton of action here, ton of back and forth, ton of excitement. Then there's a nice calming period for when prior to the opening, that was so back and forth, so exciting. There is then a more period where you kind of calm down, take your breath. They start building up the hot tag, and this is really how you should do tag team matches, because a lot of times in WWE it feels like they just kind of have a start, build up the hot tag, get the hot tag, and then it's over. But when you do that, it just there's nothing really to feel for it. I think when you have all the excitement, all the action before you even get to the building up of the hot tag, it makes it feel better because it's better pacing. Because most of the time, it's just immediately kind of go to a slow point, where this one's going from a quick point, going to a slow point, wanting to go back to a quick point, and also didn't just end, when you got the hot tag. It carried on further than that. There was a nice callback to the match between Orkin and Burch and Dunn and Strong, where Dunn, Burch, and Orkin had the Undisputed Era all in different submission holds, and I think it was Adam Cole threw, I think it was Danny Burch into Lonnie Orkin, who then landed onto Pete Dunne, kind of breaking all his up. That was a nice callback, and it was just really good, really exciting. Really liked the main event here. Yeah, I think it was definitely worth it. So it seems like the show starts off strong, ends strong, has the point in in the middle with Dream and Ricochet, but like I said, was so short, didn't really amount to much. So when it comes back to this NXT, I would say watch the beginning and the end. I mean, I guess you can watch some of the middle. maybe you can check out the Ricochet Dream stuff. But like I said, it's not really a must. I'll just kind of wait till their Takeover Chicago match. That it's not. They haven't announced that yet, but I'm sure it's coming. So personally, I think next week the Law Sullivan match is going to end with Dream and Ricochet not being able to work together and losing, and then Ricochet is going to go to face Aleister Black, and then Dream and Ricochet. Law Sullivan will go to face Aleister Black, and Dream and Ricochet will be fighting each other at Takeover Chicago. But anyways, it wasn't a great night. It wasn't as good as last week, but they had some good points. Like I said, beginning and just really focus on that, and you should be pretty happy with those, because those were a really nice promo segment, a really nice match. So anyways, if you like this video, you can leave a like. If you want to see more videos like these, you can subscribe to the channel. We have reviews of all the WWE programs, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and 205 Live. You also hit the notification bell to get notified when we go live. We go live for pay-per-view events, give our live reactions, and we also go live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time for our podcast. You can also follow me on Twitter at Liam_SWA. And until next time, see ya.